Essentially, just like Brexit was supposed to do, it was supposed to get rid of immigrants, wasn't it? And we've all seen that that's been, well, it was essentially a lie. It was never going to work. And it hasn't worked. And this is the same old story again. We're being asked to give up a lot of rights that we hold, every single one of us British people hold, to hold our government to account and bring them to justice if they treat us poorly. We're being asked to give those up on the simple lie that it would make migrants disappear. We'd also have to leave the Refugee Convention, obviously, first and foremost, that protects the rights of people to come here.
When was that put into power, refugee? How far back does that?
That's from the 50s as well. So these all were put in place in the post-war period in recognition of the fact.
Changed a lot, Zoe, since the 50s.
Yes, it has in many ways, but I think if we look at the context of what's going on at the moment and the way we're talking about Muslims in our public conversation, the context here is one of racial hatred towards a religious minority. And that's actually very similar to the context in which these conventions were put into place. Because what happened during the Holocaust was that countries like the UK turned Jewish refugees away on the basis that they didn't have the paperwork to come here, and they were sent back to face those horrors. And that's why we put into place conventions like the Refugee Convention, the European Convention on Human Rights, the Convention Against Torture, the Convention on the Rights of the Child. All of these protect the rights of people to not be sent back to danger.
We have our own British rights bill, whatever one wanted to call it, Zoe.
What that lesson from history shows us is that we need to have ways of holding government to account, because if you give government ultimate power, then you can elect somebody who doesn't respect the rights of minority groups. I mean, we can look at the United States, where the rule of law is getting chipped away at, and people are being denied their right to a trial, denied their right to legal representation, being abducted off the street on the basis of supposedly being in the country without documentation. We don't want to go down that path.